Hi, this is the video for Thursday, March 4th for AP Literature. So here's what we did today. Quick 7-minute multiple choice quiz. You can see that there. If you weren't in class, try to take it using AP Classroom just because for your sake it's so much easier. But I did send out the paper copy, so you're welcome to use that instead. I will email out the answers tomorrow after we take it in class. Thursday after we take it in class. And then we did goal tracking. Like always, it's a little different this week because I'm asking you to establish your first grade. Go ahead and give yourself a grade for each goal. A pretty simple A, B, C, D, exemplar, not quite, but above average, average, or below average model. You may also give yourself an NA, which is just haven't really tried it yet because you haven't had an opportunity to yet. And then I gave some notes about next week's asynchronous assignment. Monday and Tuesday we don't have class, so I'm asking you to basically do a timed write while you're not in class, a 40-minute experience. But unlike a normal timed write, I'm giving you unlimited time to go back over your timed write and adjust anything you like. So it's sort of an untimed write. And then I introduced the Senior Commemoration Project. Today I'm just pitching it. I'm explaining what it is. We will get into it a little bit more the week after next. So I'll show you a little bit more detail about this, but that's the gist of what we did today. All right, so here's the little bit more detail about class. The multiple choice is pretty straightforward, but there's the frame for it. Goal tracking. So that's the second thing we did. We took about 10 or 15 minutes for you in class to just sit and track evidence and then add your grades. I want to add a note here. The grade can change and should change. So we have to have snapshots in the gradebook. We'll have 3 total every 4 weeks or so. So we'll have this one. We'll do another goal meeting on the week after spring break, and then we'll have our last one. And the highest achievement goal grade is the one that stands, as it should be. You don't have to reach all these goals right now. The point is to reach the goals by the end of the course. So if you look at my model here, take you through what I would do. I've pretended my goals for the course are thesis statements, better craft and mid-sentence punctuation, and then a really good grade, 80% on the multiple choice. That's sort of the pretend goals I've got. So I've written my quick evidence. This week is strong. I had a solid thesis yesterday. I'm achieving, but it's not consistent, so I'm giving myself a B. Craft, I'm getting some things, other things I'm not. I still feel really good about getting semicolon, and that I'm going to give myself a B for. Multiple choice, not great. I have an 80% as my goal. I got a 65% today. I'm just not quite getting the goal that I want. So I give myself a C. So what this means is my final grade for the first snapshot is a B. But when we meet again in April, what if I feel like I'm getting myself an A, an A, and a B? Then my new grade for the course is an A. And at the end of the year, the one grade, the only grade that stands, is going to be the representation of how you feel about your goals over the course of the semester. So this is a really valuable moment for us. It helps us check in and see, yikes, we better reset some goals, or we better help you in a different way to reach these goals. The goal is for everyone to reach their goals, right? So this is an important moment where we can see how that's going. If you feel like you're doing great and you're giving yourself A's in all categories, then that's a sign that we can set some new goals that are meaningful for you for the next 2/3 of the class. So that is the spirit of the goal tracking and then the goal meetings. And here is my writing about what I just tried to explain. Your highest achievement goal grade, which frankly I assume is going to be at the end of the year, will replace all the others. Sign up, please, for meeting with me. Sign-ups are linked there. We have to have these meetings. They don't work otherwise. So please do find the time. I have complete flexibility on Tuesday because there's no class Tuesday. There's no class Monday either. So let's talk about that for a second. Homework and readings for next week. So there is a reading. I'd like you to finish the Joy Luck Club by Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going to have a Socratic seminar, which is really the entire class about discussing the novel. There's no BGD for today. There never is on Thursday. There is an asynchronous assignment for Monday and Tuesday. So just to be clear, Monday and Tuesday, there is no class for anybody. It's days for you all to do asynchronous work for your classes. It's mostly, I think, trying to give teachers time in their classrooms to get ready for students coming in. For me, in my class, here is what I'd like you to do. You can choose the time to do it. It's Monday or Tuesday at any point. I'd like you to write a timed write that counts, it's graded, on the Joy Luck Club. It's due by Wednesday at 9:30. So this is like a traditional timed write in most ways. I'm going to give you the prompt, sit down, set a timer for 40 minutes, generate 4 to 5 paragraphs. Do your best. But unlike the other timed writes, I'm going to give you all the time you need to edit, add to, revise the essay. It's okay if the final version looks a lot different than the first draft. I want you to take that writing seriously and keep yourself to 40 minutes because the intensity of writing on demand cannot be mimicked by stretching it out. But just know at the end of the writing experience, you're going to be able to go back, look at it, make changes accordingly, basically revise it. I do say here, I'm going to scroll down a little bit, the essay is given a traditional grade. This is our timed write portion of the class. It's 10% of your final grade, and you can revise after you get a grade from me, but it is traditional. It's not like the gold grades. All right. I say, please do not give yourself unlimited time to write. I really do want that 40 minutes experience. Otherwise, it's a frustratingly open experience that could take you hours. And I do not want that for you, and I do not want that for the practice that you need to do a timed write. And then I say here, I'm not timing you for the whole experience, but I really don't want it to take more than a couple of hours total. So if you imagine 40 minutes to write, an hour and change to go back over, adjust, revise your topic sentences, polish it up. I don't want the thing to suddenly be 6 to 8 hours. So please do restrain yourself. The goal is for this to be a really good timed write, but you're also trying to respond to the original prompt with your initial reaction, with your initial concept that you want to go with. All right, you may also just take 40 minutes if you just want to choose to do that and see how it goes. It's really your prerogative there. There's a couple key points. Complete the essay by 9:30 on Wednesday. This is your prep for Socratic seminar. And then I say, the prompt is question 3. Question 3 in the AP Lit exam, you do not need to quote. In fact, you shouldn't. Unless you weirdly have like memorized lines from the book, I guess that's possible, but they're not expecting that. So there is no need to include quotes in your open response. Write your response in your BGD. Check my feedback to help you. This is a summative assessment, so please don't get help from me or other people. Just do your best on your own. And lastly, when you feel ready, there's the prompt linked at the end. All right, so that's your async work. And finish the book, please, as well, by Wednesday. So for the last bit of this video, I'm going to explain the senior commemoration projects, which are the end of the year project for our class. You can read through this in detail. I'm going to give you an idea of what it is, though. I'm hopeful that next week we can talk about it again, kind of check in with each other, and see how kids are feeling about option 1 or option 2. We really need to get a sense of who wants to do option 1, because that's a group, and we need to start forming our groups next week. We'll sort of get that rolling. So today you're just learning about it. The senior commemoration projects fit on Thursdays. Every Thursday we'll do multiple choice, we'll do goal setting, and then I'll just turn it over to you for this. You have 2 options. Both options revolve around the idea of commemorating, remembering, honoring your senior year, a year unlike any other. for any class that's graduated from Monticello High School. We're trying to notice that and now start thinking about what can we do to celebrate in a symbolic way. Symbolism is our English prerogative, our senior year, your senior year. So if you choose the group, in a small group that you form, you're going to design a meaningful senior activity or a communal installation for your whole grade. You'll design the experience from start to finish, talking with your group to generate a workable idea, polish up an idea, delegate tasks, publicize, execute the tasks. You can launch it as soon as you want, or you can wait till the end of the semester. It kind of depends on what it is. Your group is going to meet briefly on Thursdays, and then occasionally will check in with me just to see how I can help. You also individually will write an abstract about the experience, and your group will choose the best one to stand as your copy for publicity or whatever it might be. This is really for kids who feel really strongly about public speaking skills, presentation skills, and then collaborative work skills. What kinds of things can you do? There's actually a Padlet here to get you started. It does not have to be a huge idea to be an effective idea. I'm going to let you work through some of these ideas on your own, but I can give you some pointers as you try to figure out how to get your head around this. Think small and think big. Small. Maybe it could be, I'm looking for one of here, I don't see it anymore, a senior t-shirt. That's small, right? But it's important. Maybe your group could be the group that designs it, the group that solicits designs, the group that prices out the t-shirts, the group that gets them going. Maybe you could think big. Maybe you could plan one of these events, a senior drive-in movie, or a virtual field trip. I have this concept here of community art installations. Maybe you go that direction. Maybe you work to try to get every senior to decorate a cinder block in the hallway of purple. And you get the paint and set it up. And I should add, really importantly for group one, or group design option one, we can fund just about any idea within reason. And we have a good amount of funding that we can spend on ideas that we think are really valuable. So, for example, senior t-shirts. All right, so that's your group option. Now you can also choose the individual design. It's still artistic in nature. It's still symbolic in nature, but you're just doing your own thing. So if you do this, you design an oral or an artistic history of your year during the pandemic. You choose any topic you like. It can be pandemic related. It doesn't have to be. It can be about your senior year or your junior year. Your topic should address the prompt, tell a story from your life for others to hear. You can use whatever medium and mode you want, whether it's poetry, painting, recipes, essays, photojournalism. If there's another class project that you have to do, imagine you're in graphic design and you're doing something similar, it's okay to somehow combine them. Just talk to me about how you can do that. In this option, you will also document your steps in an abstract, kind of explaining what you're trying to do. The skills incorporated are mostly individual expressions through mediums other than writing. Here are some things that we teachers are doing, trying to plan. We're trying to plan some sort of event around a drive-in movie. We're trying to help with senior t-shirts. You can help with any one of these ideas. Can there be a fun run? Can we plan tubing for you in May? So there are things that we want to do, but we do need some support and help from seniors. So we're looking at you. All right, afterwards we'll do some sort of reflection. We'll move on past that. So that's the concept, and today you're just thinking about it, and you're beginning to try to understand where you want to go, option one or option two. I hope you have a great long weekend without classes. I'm available, but I'll see you Wednesday as a whole group.